Switzerland in the white with red, Mexico in green with red and white, as Mexico with possession off the opening face-off and hustling down the right side along the right boards. Diego Valenzuela. Ball sent across the floor, high left side. Juan Contreras. Now along that left side, Charlie Frattini. Frattini trying to move down into the left corner, now plays it back, high left side for Peruska. Sent across the floor, a low shot from the right side, they score. Connor Simon let it go, long range. First shot of the game, Mexico is on the board just 36 seconds into this first quarter. Off the right boards and just let it go. And Mexico takes possession. Simon with the goal. And in goal for Team Mexico, the only goaltender on the roster, Manuel Chavez, who hasn't seen action yet, as Mexico on offense. And now finally, Switzerland will bring the ball over center and along this right side, Daniel Patterson. Patterson dropping it off, now moved around along the right side. Hans Fluman sends it across the floor, center of the floor, putting it toward the goal there, Matthew Troutman. Ball into the right corner and Harry sending it out. Harry to the left point there for Patterson. Shot onto Chavez, makes the stop. And Valibonia getting it started for Mexico. Over the left side now, Contreras. Contreras trying to drive around his man there. Dominic Heron as Contreras now for Frattini, who sends it across the floor. Loose ball behind the Switzerland goal. It's sent out and down the floor. Switzerland on offense, moving in here right side. Bachmann. Bachmann now played it back there for Keener. His pass didn't connect and Mexico moves out. Alec Gastini down the floor. Gastini passing off along the left side as Mexico moves it around. Vasquez Leon. Back and forth here now after Mexico's opening goal. Simon just 36 seconds in. Loose ball to the right of Mexico's goal. Banging around in there is Michael Cervantes. Switzerland picking it up behind the net. On offense, Fluman trying to circle around, gets that toward the goal, but as the 30 expires, Mexico with possession deep behind their own goal. And Vasquez Leon will send it out over center. Contreras there. Contreras down the left side. Plays it ahead. That hit the stick of Frattini, but unable to reel it in. Contreras back with it off the left boards. Contreras trying to drive to the goal. Now behind the net. Can't send it out in front. Ran into a pair of bodies. And the first penalty of the game is coming up with Mexico leading 1-0. They will now head to the box. Switzerland on offense with the extra attacker. Kevin Stauffer starting this game for Switzerland. As a shot on goal and Switzerland gets a reset. Raber behind the net. Errant pass, Patterson plays it off the left boards. Decent time here with the extra man and they score side of the net. Nikolai Raber finished it off from the right side, stick side on Chavez. And 4:09 in, it's a 1-1 tie. All alone at the side of the goal there. As Mexico gaining possession deep in Switzerland territory. Cervantes there as we pick up the announcement. As the goal there actually announced as Mexico's goal, but it was Switzerland's goal. So just waiting for the actual goal scorer there. It's 1-1 regardless. 5 gone, 10 remaining first quarter. Now the first penalty of the game, Mexico taking it. At 5:01. Switzerland on the power play. A legal substitution as Switzerland capitalizes on the power play. Harry with the goal. At 5:29, it's 2-1. Picks up the loose ball and sends it past Chavez. Power play goal. .920 ticking down first quarter. Now another penalty on the way. To the right of the Swiss goal. Switzerland will head off here. Slashing the call. At 5:58. Glover with the penalty. Mexico's first power play. Trailing 2-1. From the right side, the ball put toward the goal there by Contreras. Switzerland firing it down the floor, that onto Chavez, who will pass off to his left there for Gastini. Sends it over center. Connor Simon, the goal scorer for Mexico, opened the scoring just 36 seconds in before back-to-back goals by Switzerland. Mexico turns the ball over deep in Swiss territory. And Switzerland over center. Down the right side here on the penalty kill. Just slowing it down. At the left point, Flug putting it toward the goal. That handled at the side of his net there by Venezuela. Diego Valenzuela there. As Switzerland in here, the dying seconds of their penalty, a shot from the right side by Flumen kept out. And now out and across the floor is Glover after his slashing penalty. Switzerland with possession. Lucas Harry, high right side. Sends it across the floor there for Juan Pablo Schmid. Now it's sent on goal, toward the goal, but off a body in front from Troutman. The Swiss moving it around. Harry from the right side, his shot kept out. 6.5 remaining first quarter. Switzerland 2, Mexico 1. And Mexico retrieving the ball. Gaston, he takes the pass along the left side, just gets over center. Contreras now. Contreras passing along the right side. Off the right boards, trying to find a hole. Connor Simon has one, looking for two. Mexico scoops up the loose ball there along the left side. Diego Valdivia. Valdivia there hit into the boards, but play continues as Raber gets it down for Switzerland. Now Keener out of the right corner, sending it across, high left side, and shot pass toward the goal. Raber couldn't finish as he took that from Frederick Flug. And Valenzuela moving down the floor for Mexico. Five minutes now remaining in this first quarter. Shot from the high left side there by Valibonia. Ball bouncing back into Team Mexico territory. Handled and navigated out by Valdivia. As the 30 about to expire, just scooped in by Simon. And now Mexico will head to the box. Delay a game, the penalty to Simon here at 10:24. A second power play for Switzerland, 1 for 1. As Harry made it 2-1 on the power play after the illegal substitution penalty to Mexico. 4:10 remaining, first quarter. 90 seconds remaining in Simon's delay of game penalty. Some pushing there behind the play, and referee Hardy awarding possession to Switzerland, pardon me, to Mexico. In Swiss territory, just walking it in here is Contreras. Trying to kill the penalty time off here. Still a minute to go, 3:36 remaining in the first quarter. And Contreras sending it toward the goal after the whistle. Switzerland will move out. Bachmann handing off over center for Lucas Harry. Harry tosses right side here for Flumen. Back for Harry, back for Flumen. Right side, back for Harry, center of the floor. Now left side there. Moved around Troutman. Letting the shot go, Schmid kept out, battle behind the goal, 3-on-2 Mexico. And the 30 expires as it's moved out by Vasquez Leon. Referees coming together here to get the call right. And we are having a face-off at center with exactly 3 minutes remaining in this first quarter. .22 seconds ticking down in the delay of game penalty to Mexico. A one-goal game. The Swiss leading 2-1. Trying to drive in from the left side. Contreras running into three Switzerland players. Went to the floor, knocked off the ball, and back to 5-on-5, and Switzerland is back into Mexico territory. Switzerland 1 for 2 with the man advantage. Fluman putting it in front there. Troutman bouncing it wide of the goal. And Mexico will send it out. Valibonia getting it along the left side. Simon at center. Simon faking a pass there to Frattini. Now sending it left side for Frattini. Moving in. Frattini into the left corner. Playing it back. Trying to find a lane. Valdivia. As Mexico has the 30 expire and Switzerland is in. 97 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Along the left boards, Frederick Flug. Now high right side, Lucas Harry passing with Keener. Harry, cross floor pass along the left side. There's a shot wide of the goal out of the stick of Schmid. Harry off the right boards, putting it toward the net. Unable to finish that off. Bachman. As now Mexico with possession as we approach the final minute of this first quarter. In across the right side, Gastini. .45 seconds remaining. High right side, Connor Simon. Now it's put on goal. Kevin Stauffer handling it and sending it out as Switzerland gets over center. Passed off there by Patterson. Now sent across the floor by Fluman, a shot wide of the goal. And handled just inside of center, Harry. 17 seconds remaining in the quarter. Harry down for Raber. That shot wide of the goal. Back for Harry, high center of the floor and got it on goal. Chavez with the stop. Hangs on with 9.6 left. Hustling down the floor quickly is Vasquez Leon, and that will do it for the first 15 minutes here. Battle for the ball in front of Mexico's bench. Swiss on it. Lucas Harry sending it down the floor across left side. Daniel Patterson scores. Patterson beating Chavez just 17 seconds into the second quarter, and the Swiss take a 3-1 lead. From right to left and just up and over the glove shoulder there. Patterson's goal. Simon, high right side for Mexico, trying to move in. 5-on-5. Simon one-hands it toward the goal, but wide of Stauffer. Starting for Switzerland, and again, the only goaltender on the roster for Mexico, Manuel Chavez. As the Swiss are in deep behind Mexico's goal. Schmid back there, sends it out in front, that off of bodies, but recovered by Troutman. Moving along the right side, there's a shot attempt. Raber blocked. Now again from the right side, they score. Hans Flumen. 4-1 Switzerland. 1:14 into quarter two. Flumen's goal unassisted. And Mexico is in and stopped there as Connor Simon looking for his second of the game. He has Mexico's lone goal. The Swiss looking for 5, but that's kept out by Chavez. 4-1, 13-12 still to play in this second quarter. Moving down the right side, Contreras playing it back. There's a shot on goal by Frattini. All kept out. By the goaltender for Switzerland, Kevin Stauffer, as Switzerland at the other end makes it 5-1. 2:20 into the second quarter. Long pass from center, from left to right, and then high stick side. Schmid with the goal for Switzerland. Bouncing ball to the right of the Swiss goal, recovered there by Fernando Rodriguez. He sends it across right side for Charlie Frattini. Now center of the floor there for Juan Contreras. Back on the left side, Rodriguez sending it across right side for Simon off the right boards. Simon looking around. Simon sends a shot toward the goal that wide off the end boards. Taken now by Toman and sent down the floor, chasing it down along the left side, Bachman. Bachman into the left corner. He's pushed there by Cervantes. Now behind Mexico's goal, and they score. A nice wraparound there. 6-1 Switzerland. 3:35 into the second quarter. Ball sent behind the net from the left corner and then just jumping out and around glove side. And Switzerland is back in. Harry's second of the game. Penalty to Mexico here. The Swiss, with control, but touched by Chavez. And the call coming from the deep official. Slashing the penalty. .403 in. Not happy with himself there, Julio Rodriguez. First power play for either team in this second quarter, and the third for Switzerland, 1 for 2 in the opening 15. Center of the floor, Fluman sending it well wide. That ball will bounce up and into Switzerland's bench. Loose ball now rolling back. And brought back into play by Mexico in front of their bench. Juan Contreras. Along the left side in front of his own bench, directing traffic. 5 gone, 10 remaining in this second quarter. Contreras now makes a move around everyone, cutting down the right side, sending it in front. And there's a shot wide by Charlie Frattini. Switzerland down the left side. Nowicki. Cuts across the floor. Tossing there for Raber. Now Raber handing off along the right side. As Switzerland moving it around. Harry passing right side, getting it back. Harry now going left side. That off the stick of Flug. And it's recovered. Schmid sending it across. Ball on to Chavez, who will hang on to it. And Mexico moves out. 10 seconds left in the penalty kill. The Swiss awarded the ball just over center, down the left side. Stefan Zweifel. Now Mexico behind their own goal. Valdivia along the right side, cutting across the floor. There's a delayed penalty to Switzerland here, as Mexico is deep. Frattini losing that. Lucas Harry here at the penalty. 6:20 the time. Slashing to Harry, giving Mexico power play number 2. 0 for 1. Switzerland 1 for 3 with the man advantage, but leading 6-1. .808 remaining in this first half. Shot from the right side. Now the rebound in front there. Schmid can't solve Chavez. And Mexico hustles back the other way. Now Simon side of the goal, and he is kept out there by Stauffer. Teammates yelling for it as Stauffer lobs it over center. Finding Bachman. Bachman slowing it down big time along the left boards. Bachman sending it in front there for Fluman. Now from the left side, Bachman is kept out. Just 25 seconds remains in Harry's slashing penalty. The Swiss ahead 6-1. Mexico moving it from right to left. Simon sending it along the left side there for Contreras. Contreras getting deeper, playing it back now for Rodriguez, and his shot scores. Rodriguez let it go. It didn't look like a lot, but the second goal of the game for Mexico. Coming 8:17 into this second period, he faked a pass and then just let it go. Power play goal, 3 seconds left in the man advantage. Rodriguez with the power play goal. Now a 4-goal game. 6:20 remaining in quarter number 2. Simon with it along the right side. He exchanges the ball with Gastini. Now Gastini sent to the floor in front of the Swiss goal. As Mexico with a shot there from the left side. Contreras kept out by Stauffer. From the right side, Bachman sending it across the floor. The Swiss down the floor, Patterson. Patterson there, left side for Flug, sending it across right side, now back for Patterson. Pardon me, Flug. Right side, there's a low shot. Fluman is kept out long range, 5:13 remaining in this second quarter. Cervantes. Sends it left side for Contreras, backing up in front of his own bench, now trying to drive around his man at the end of the 30, bounced it wide just up and past our location up here with 4:43 remaining in the second quarter. Switzerland 6, Mexico 2. Some confusion between the teams and officials as Switzerland will bring it back into play in front of the timekeeper's box. Korpa. Schmid sending it wide now from behind the net, taking the pass right side, Harry. And that ball ruled to be tipped as Mexico will bring it in. 4:15 ticking down in quarter number 2. Bouncing ball at center. Each team looking to take control, but back and forth here. Now hustling down the right side, Stefan Zweifel. Another penalty to Mexico here is sent down on his back was Zweifel. Zweifel in front of Mexico's goal. And referee Hardy making the call. at 11-10. Vasquez Leon is off, as he just got a piece of the ball carrier there. Vasquez Leon for tripping. The Swiss trying to get a decent opportunity here as Schmid leaned into one, put it on goal. Chavez with the save, he's down, but makes the stop back up inside of 3 minutes left in this first half. A 4-goal game. Fertini, high left side. Fertini can't get around bodies, now sends it across right side. Peruska putting it toward the goal. Glover chucking it down the floor, left side, partial break for Bachmann, and he scores. Bachmann beating Chavez 7-2 Switzerland. 2:26 remaining in this second quarter. Now Mexico calling a timeout here. .12:34 the time of the goal. .226 on the clock before we take a break at the half. A 5-goal game. Bachmann with the power play goal. Switzerland now 2 for 4 with the man advantage. Mexico 1 for 2. Inside of 2 remaining, and Switzerland back on the board. High center of the floor through bodies. 13:04 the time, it's 8-2. Ball behind the goal, back out left side, center of the floor, and chucking it over the top there, Hans Flumen with the goal. And the Swiss are right back in. Patterson chasing it down. Flumen, his second. Right back behind Mexico's goal. But the men in green getting a piece of it. And Mexico will move down the floor. Connor Simon, he opened the scoring. Simon sends it wide of Stauffer. Simon now battling for it, but the larger Brent Nowicki handling that, moving it down the floor. A pass from the left side. Sandro Burin can't connect with his target. Now it's scooped up in front of the goal by the starter for Team Mexico, Manuel Chavez. Final minute of this first half. The Swiss led 13-7 on the shot clock in the first quarter. We will pick up these shots after 2 here coming up. And as I say that, another penalty is on the way. This will go to the Swiss as Dionis Korba getting a piece of Gastony. Korba for cross-checking here. At 14-21. This is Mexico's third power play, 1 for 2. Trailing 8-2, 18 seconds left in the half. Simon sending it across in front. There's a shot right on, but kept out off the stick of Contreras. And the ball is sent all the way over center through the legs of Gastony, and that should do it as Chavez plays it out to his left. Mexico will just get over center. And after 30 minutes, shot there at the buzzer. And the third quarter is underway here with Switzerland leading Mexico 8-2. 29-14 on the shot clock in favor of Switzerland. Still a minute remaining in Mexico's third power play, but Switzerland with possession off of the face-off and in Mexico territory shorthanded. Along the left side as the 30 expires, Frederick Flug, and Mexico will start out Connor Simon. He opened the scoring. Just 36 seconds in, Mexico took a 1-0 lead, but now a 6-goal lead for the Swiss. Side of the goal, trying to tap it in there for Mexico. Then he's sent on his rear end. Juan Contreras. Daniel Patterson getting the ball into Mexico territory, but now it's picked up loose ball, hustling down the floor. Contreras from the right side, cutting toward the net off a body, and his low shot went wide of the goal. As the Swiss recover and to move out. A pass to center, finding Korpa. Korpa playing it back. Fluman along this right side, high right side now. Harry, Lucas Harry tosses it across the floor. That missing Patterson, loose ball to the right of Mexico's goal. The Swiss come up with it across and they score it. Raber finishing that off from the right side, stick side past Chavez, and Switzerland takes a 9-2 lead. The first goal, 1:57 into this third quarter. Coming out of the left corner and right across there, Raber beating Chavez. Now a misfire there for Switzerland, chucking it out of play. And it is Raber's goal. Some frustration there from Team Mexico as a shot high from the right side. Juan Contreras. And now the ball is tossed out to center there by Kevin Stauffer, the starter, one of the 3 goaltenders for Switzerland. Mexico just with 1, as Chavez carrying the load. From behind the goal, Fluman now sending it out. Tried to get it back there. Fluman is hit hard into the corner boards by Martinez, and hustling out Vasquez Leon, moving down the floor. Around bodies, Contreras bouncing it in front there, and center of the floor they score. Charlie Frattini capitalizing there. Good job to move that ball around. Footwork on the left side, and Frattini finishes it off as hustled down the floor by Contreras, tossing in front, and Frattini almost with a backhander there. 3:27 into this third quarter. And more accurately, Charlie Frattini III. Four gone, 11 remaining, third quarter. A 6-goal game again. Mexico with 3. 1 in each quarter thus far. Bouncing ball to center. The Swiss on it. And down the right side, Buren tossing off for Fluman. Fluman back there for Raber, the latest goal scorer for Switzerland. Now Fluman from the right corner, sending it out along the left side. Tossed back toward the goal by Harry. Swiss all in close. Now Fluman from the right side, letting it go onto Chavez, who makes the stop as a slashing penalty called, but apparently I wasn't the only one confused, as Michael Cervantes heads off, but had to triple check with the official. Switzerland's 5th power play. From the right side, a chance there. He just scored a few minutes ago from that same position. Raber hitting the side of the net this time, and Mexico is down the floor. Valenzuela. Now the ball high right side in front of the Swiss bench. Juan Contreras moving across the floor, shuffling down the left side. Contreras fires it high off the end glass, and that will bounce all the way down the floor and onto Chavez, who steps out to handle that, just tosses it to his right. Swiss ball. Moving it around the perimeter on the power play for another 40 seconds. Fluman sending it across there for Flug. Bouncing ball, Fluman off the right board, sending it across and over the top. A shot high and over there by Flug. 27 seconds left in Cervantes' slashing penalty. It was a 2-1 game after the first quarter, Switzerland in front, but Switzerland opened the second quarter with 4 straight to go ahead 6-1, finished that second quarter with 2 and led 8-2. As in front, it's now 10-3. Juan Pablo Schmid beating Chavez. The Swiss in Mexico territory, but a nice steal there and working it all the way down the floor until he was upended, Diego Valenzuela. Schmid with the goal. Now a shot from the right side there by Troutman on goal, handled. And Chavez will chuck it down the floor. A home run pass connects there along the left side. Contreras on goal, and he is kept out by Kevin Stauffer. 7:30 remaining, is back the other way. Schmid looking for more. Stopped by Chavez. Gastoni making his way out there around Flug. Now a penalty coming up on the Swiss side of center. Switzerland will head off here. Philip Schinkelhook off at 7:57. Schinkelhook for boarding. Mexico's 4th power play. One for 3. And Mexico over center. Contreras slowing it down. Mexico late changing onto the floor. Valdivia. Shot on goal, stopped by Stauffer. Five and a half remaining in this third quarter. Switzerland from center, playing it in along the right side. Harry, there's a shot well wide, all the way back to the bench of the visiting team in this game, Mexico. And Mexico will take possession in front of the Swiss bench. Connor Simon taking the pass there from Rodriguez. Now across, Simon for Rodriguez down along the left side. Mexico moving it around late on the power play. It's back to 5-on-5, a shot on goal but kept out. As the Swiss get down the floor, but Chavez just falls on the ball there. Now the officials awarding possession to Switzerland. Mexico arguing that they didn't have possession yet, but the Swiss now with the ball. Deep in Mexico territory. Raber along that right side. Raber now to the side of the net. Stick side. Waiting for a pass. None coming. As it's hustled out along the left side by Marokin. Four minutes remaining, third quarter. Swiss, partial break on goal, trying to go high, stick side there, kept out. Steffan Zweifel. .345 remaining. 10-3, Switzerland in front. Bouncing ball in front of the Swiss goal. Switzerland takes possession over center. Hans Flumen chucking it across. Center of the floor there. Troutman now along the left side for Schmid, sending it behind the goal. Raber putting it out front. There's a shot from the right side. Flumen scores. Beating Chavez. Down on his knees there after that play, shaking his head that he's okay, but his gloves and mask off. Staff out to check on their only goaltender. Now the Swiss training staff out to help as well. As the shot hit Chavez, then he fell down on the ball. So now the officials in the conversation here, but Chavez still being looked at. So Flumen's goal, his third of the game. As Chavez is back up, putting his equipment back on, and he will continue here. will he? .302 is on the clock. 11-3 the score in favor of Switzerland. Chavez has just made his own way back to the bench. And we now have a player in goal for Mexico. Diego Valenzuela. But just before that happens, it appears that Switzerland has called a timeout. And that should allow Chavez to return to the goal. So Switzerland doing Mexico a favor there by calling a timeout to allow their goaltender to return. All right, so each team has a goaltender in goal. 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter. The Swiss back in and score just like that. Lucas Harry upstairs on Chavez. 12:06 into the third. That's Harry's third of the game. .222 ticking down here as the 30 expires on Mexico. And now Mexico with a steal there as Valdivia knocked the ball away. And he gets down the floor along the left side. Valdivia will roll it back for Vasquez Leon. Along the left boards. He spins away from his Czech Nowicki. They go behind the goal. Vasquez Leon out the right side. Chucks it over everyone. High left side for Contreras, sending a shot wide of the goal. 30 expires inside of a minute, 30 remaining in the quarter, and making moves and scoring there, falling down over top of himself. Florian Bachmann makes it 13-3 Switzerland, 81 seconds remaining in the third. That's Bachmann's second of the game. Shot from the center of the floor there by Schmid, blocked. Final minute of the third quarter. And there's a shot and a goal by Flug to make it 14-3 with 55.7 seconds remaining in the third. So Flug with his first of the game. .30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Ball sent down the floor. On goal, trying to go up and over. Patterson kept out by Chavez on the crossbar. 15 seconds remaining in this quarter number 3. And that will do it for the first 45 minutes here. Underway in this fourth quarter. Switzerland leading Mexico 14-3. Mexico with possession. Fernando Rodriguez. Now it's sent across for Simon. Again, he scored the first goal in this game, not even a minute in. Simon looking for more, got it through the legs there of Stauffer, but not into the back of the net. A reset though for Team Mexico. 45 seconds into this fourth quarter. Mexico looking for the fourth. Simon, another shot. This stopped by Stauffer. And he will chuck it over everyone, down the floor, past everyone. Well, bouncing, just connecting there with Daniel Patterson, but he couldn't complete the pass to his right. And Mexico will take over. Pass to center for Gastoni. Sending it back for Simon. Across left side, Rodriguez back for Simon. Simon down the right side. Simon trying to get around Burin. Simon pushed back and plays it left side for Rodriguez, but 30 expires on Mexico. As Switzerland down the floor, a shot wide of the goal by Keener. And now another shot along the right side there, Heron. Mexico moving in. And Vasquez Leon. There's a shot from the left side, beating Stauffer as he was sent down to the ground. Juan Contreras with the goal. And Mexico now with 4 in this one, 14-4, 2:20 into the fourth quarter. That shot just came from the left side, and Stauffer looking around for it in his legs. And it is Contreras' goal. Now a penalty coming up to Mexico. Referee Hardy with his arm in the air again as the long trek for Stauffer back onto the Swiss bench. And with 12:10 remaining in this fourth quarter, Mexico was moving down the floor, not realizing either a whistle or a penalty. Julio Rodriguez is off. .250 the time. Cross-checking to Rodriguez. Switzerland's 6th power play, 2 for 5. And Mexico will move out shorthanded. Down the right side here is Cervantes. Now trying to move in, Frattini. Frattini cutting in front there, and he ends up in the back of the net. Now the ball does as well, but whistles everywhere here. Glover is going to head off for Switzerland. So 4-on-4 for 74 seconds. Glover's penalty at 3:36. This Mexico's 5th power play. Holding to Glover. Switzerland now 2 for 6 on the power play. Mexico 1 for 4, working on 5 here in 45 seconds. Down the floor, right side, didn't get much of a shot away there, Rodriguez. Loose ball, Switzerland sending it down the floor, but that missed Schmid, who was down there waiting for it. Schmid now in front, his shot on goal. Chavez with the stop. And Vasquez Leon in for Mexico. Moving in, Rodriguez putting it toward the goal and finishing that off in front, down along the floor. Charlie Frattini the third. .458 the time. So that's Frattini the third, his second. Power play goal, as Mexico now 2 for 5. Switzerland is 2 for 6, but it's 14-5 Switzerland with 9:15 remaining in this fourth quarter. Mexico again with a shot from the left side. Just 2 goals in this fourth quarter, both by Mexico. Came in trailing 14-3, now 14-5. And Mexico with a timeout here. 9:06 on the clock. Mexico on offense here. 5-on-5, 8:55 left as a shot there. Center of the floor by Contreras, kept out by Stauffer. And Switzerland into Mexico territory. From the left side, a shot through bodies. Schmid kept out. Again, Mexico with just one goaltender dressed. Chavez has gone the distance here, seeing 43 shots through 3 quarters. "43 shots, 29 saves. Switzerland can't clear here as Mexico giving them trouble. Now finally Glover digs it out of bodies, gets it towards center in front of the timekeeper's box. Bachman ran past it, but Zweifel is there. Sends it down low from the right side. Keener getting it toward the goal. Bouncing ball, Switzerland trying to find it in front of their own bench. Keener there. Bouncing ball in front of Mexico's goal. A shot right on by Bachman, kept out. And a penalty is coming up here to Mexico. Julio Rodriguez off for cross-checking at 7:58. This power play number 7 for Switzerland, 2 for 6. Mexico 2 for 5. 6.5 remaining in this one. Making moves through bodies there for Mexico. Gerardo Vasquez Leon. Now bodies falling down in front of the Swiss goal. First to the floor there was Corpa. Then Fertini, the ball carrier, got it toward the net, but he went down. And Switzerland is in Mexico territory, moving it around on the power play for another 45 seconds. Shot on from the right side. Chavez spinning around. He keeps that out. And hustling down the floor, Simon. Connor Simon sending it across. Now cutting in front there. Opportunity for Contreras, kept out. Loose ball taken by Fertini III, sent back just inside of center there for Gastini. Moving it around. Now a shot by Fertini III, kept out. Some pressure here, shorthanded by Mexico. Rodriguez is out of the box. Back to 5-on-5 here. Switzerland 2 for 7 with the man advantage. Simon trying to load up from the right side. That didn't have much on it or get on goal. 4.5 remaining. Mexico with possession. It's pushed ahead there by Contreras. Now he gets it back. A low shot from center of the floor. Long range kept out by Stauffer. And the Swiss fire it down the floor. From the left side there, Oxenreiter. Now an opportunity from the right side kept out as jumping up toward that, I believe Sandro Burin kept out. Diego Valdivia now for Mexico, passing off for Alec Gastini. He sends it across. Fernando Rodriguez. A delayed penalty here to Switzerland. 3.5 ticking down. Shot on goal, kept out by Stauffer. Now it's dug out by Nowicki up into the rafters and out of play as the slashing call here to Switzerland at 11:35. Mexico's 6th man advantage, so the two teams very close in their power play opportunities, and each team with 2 power play goals. Simon taking it in the right corner. As Bachman is off for slashing. Now a shot from the left side there, low on goal. Fertini the third kept out. Corba getting away from Simon and hustling over center. Corba passing left side there for Burin. Now Burin across the floor. Fluman handing off for Flug. Flug trying to move in along the left side. Pushed out. Now he sends it across right side. Moving in is Fluman. It's sent out, and before he can let a shot go, Keener stopped by the 30. 2:30 remaining in regulation. Still a minute to go in Mexico's 6th power play, though, with Bachman off for slashing. 5-on-4. Simon. Side of the goal, right side, and scores. Just walked out and let that go low through Stauffer. At 12:50, Mexico now with 6. Took the pass there almost along the goal line, walked out and through the legs of Stauffer. Simon's second of the game, a power play goal. Mexico now has 3 power play goals, 3 of their 6, and are 3 for 6 on the power play. And Mexico has scored all 3 goals in this 4th quarter. .94 seconds remaining. 5-on-5, Mexico with possession. Simon trying to go low. Kept out, Stauffer. He'll chuck it to center. Connecting with Zweifel. He's almost double teamed there, taken to the floor. Little pushback as he gets up, and Mexico with possession. 1:11 ticking down, Simon. Mexico moving in. There's a shot wide of the goal, out of the stick of Valdivia. Final minute of this 4th quarter. The Swiss with control. Bachman sends it over center. Korba sending it toward the goal. That didn't connect, but now Switzerland with it behind the net, putting it out in front. There's a shot from the right side by Schmid. Staying out, 35 seconds remaining. From the left side, cross floor pass, Bachman, and they score. Stick side on Chavez, 15-6 at 14:33. Keener with the goal. That's Switzerland's first goal of this fourth quarter, being outscored 3-1, but ahead 15-6. And winning this one, 15-6, Switzerland over Mexico. As we are now halfway through day 2 of bracket play.